What's up, YouTube? How's you doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've actually done a pre-recorded video and everything like that too. I'm gonna be real with you. I've been very busy with work and I've been DJing a few gigs and stuff like that too. Right about now, by the time I'm recording this video, it's like 2:45 in the morning. I kept pushing this review back and back and back. You guys don't understand. I've been very busy. My life has been all over the place these past couple of weeks and everything like that too. So I'm gonna go back to doing more live reviews and stuff like that. I just gotta find the right time, my schedule. But I'm all just gonna be probably the last of pre-recorded videos for right now because I had to get all the requests out the way. Shout out to my boy John Dixon. John, I did not forget about you. I know you requested me to do this album and stuff like that. I know I've been months behind on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you guys know what I've been going through these past couple of weeks, I think I might just do a video about it one day. But all I'm going to say is 2025 has been a roller coaster so far, and we are now in July, and we are halfway through the year already. Jesus Christ. Okay, fuck that. All right. So shout out to John Dixon. He requested this video, this review, and it's the last of this artist I want to talk about for right now. And we are going to talk about KingTee with his third studio album, the Triflin album. This album came out January 26, 1993 on Capitol Records. You know what I'm saying? I already reviewed, well, try and I'm overviewed the Active 4 album. Very dope album. I know a lot of people say that's like one of his best albums. That album's okay. I just felt like he was still trying to find himself with that one. And then you have the Act Your Own Risk album from 1990, which I feel like is a step above and stuff like that too. And then we've also done the For Life album from 1995, which to me that's his best album if you ask me. And just for fuck's sakes, we also done the unreleased but released later on in his career, Kingdom Come, which I feel like is a very dope album. That was supposed to have came out on Aftermath Records, but a lot of stuff happened. Y'all just had to watch the review and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this is the last of the KingTee albums, and I don't have this. This is actually the only album this guy I do not have. You know what I'm saying? But fuck it, I've been meaning to talk about this album for a while. This album came out with two singles called "Got It Bad, Y'all" and "Black Together Again." Producers include Broadway, DJ Aladdin, DJ Bobcat, DJ Pooh, KingTee, Molly Mall, Mr. Woody, Sledge the Rough Edge, and the Alcoholics. Yes, that Alcoholics and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So after the release of the At Your Own Risk album, pretty much KingTee spent the majority of like 1992 doing this album, and at the same time, he was pretty much mentoring this new up and coming West Coast group that was known as Alcoholics and everything. And pretty much, the Alcoholics was like the first time they appeared on wax and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And the Alcoholics was pretty much part of King T's Liquid crew. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, that crew also consists of like um the Loop Pack Trio, which that had with Wild Child, DJ Rome's, and a very young Madlib. Yes, that Madlib and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? He got to start with KingTee. Then you also have like Exhibit, which I've talked about. Well, we talked about his first two albums, first three albums, excuse me. Yeah, At the Speed of Life, 40 Days and 40 Nights, and the Restless album. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was part of the whole Liquid crew as well too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Without those acts, without King T, we won't probably hear a lot of those acts and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So where was I? Where was I? So yeah, man. With this out with them. They pretty much for KingTee albums, the car, the vehicle is front and center and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta love KingTee for that shit. I feel like KingTee and Too Short, they were very pioneer when it came to that shit. Putting like their nice rides and stuff like that on the album cover. You know what I'm saying too. So I definitely fuck with that shit. So yeah, like I said, this album has about 15 tracks, and we're gonna get started with the first track called "Drunk Technique." Drunk Technique, excuse me. Um, very, very, very dope way to kick off the album and everything like that too. I love the beat that was provided by DJ Pooh. You know what I'm saying? Who just gets better with every King T album at this point. You know what I'm saying? I love that smooth horn loop that was playing and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, very, very, very dope track. King T definitely does his thing with this one. Track number two, I gotta call Earl. Pretty much, just picking up where the last song came off and everything like that too, trying to call up his homeboy and whatnot. And then track number three, we got this track "Got It Bad, Y'all." This track features the Alcoholics and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which yeah, pretty much the first appearance on Wax when it came to the Alcoholics and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they all did their thing on this track right here. I feel like definitely Tash and King T stole the show with this one and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, very, very, very dope song. Yeah, man, they all went off on this one and shit. Track number four, "On the Rocks." Um, very, very, very dope track right here. If you guys remember the Spice One song 187 Proof from his second album and everything like that too, it's pretty much that same idea, but this time he's dedicating it to like liquor brands and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys recognize that sample, all my Master Ace fans, y'all should definitely know about that sample and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you which song, I'm gonna let y'all find it yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Next track we got is called "Just Flauntin'." You know what I'm saying? Another very, very, very dope track right here. This was produced by DJ Aladdin and SLJ. You know what I'm saying? DJ Aladdin, you guys should know he was definitely one of the key producers that worked with Ice T during like the early to mid '90s, like with albums like OG Original Gangster, and I also want to say he was also on the Home Invasion too, which I feel like Home Invasion is a very underrated album from Ice T. We've done a review on that album, so I definitely want y'all to check it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just flaunting, man. It's pretty much King T, just flexing on the mic and everything. Excuse me, sorry about that. Flexing on the mic. You know what I'm saying? He had this one line where he said, "Give me 1 second." And get broke off something real swell, because I can tell you to swell when you bail, but you ain't big. Just try to stick out your chest. Just fantasize you being the best, not a clear picture. How not vivid, mediocre MCs can't deal with this. And what you're hearing now is the great. Is that right? Oh yeah, he's back for heaven's sake. Yes, I'm coming. I'm bringing what you're wanting. It might sound like I'm going up, but hey, I'm just flaunting. You know what I'm saying? And also around this time too, he also took a shot at the rapper Candyman. You guys should know he had that one song called "Knocking Boots," which I never really liked that song. I'm gonna be real with you. It uses the voice sample, voice sample and shit like that. I just felt like he was kind of corny. Yeah, but yeah, just flaunting definitely a fire track indeed and everything. Next track after just flaunting we got is the title track. Well, not the title track, but the song "At Your Own Risk," the Buddha mix. So this is the remix that was on the first album, not for the second album, "At Your Own Risk," and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I do like the remix. I'm not gonna hold you, but I felt the remix fit more "At Your Own Risk" than the Triflin album. Even though realistically speaking, there's not really a really that much of a. Not say that because I feel like it did have. It was still like on the same shelf as like At Your Own Risk and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this me mix is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Pretty dope remix. I can definitely see LL on this remix as well too. This is definitely like Mama said knock you out LL if you ask me. So yeah. Next track is called King T's Beer Stand. This one features Ice Cube. Now I'm gonna be real with you. This is not touching play it like a piano and stuff like that. But it is still a very, very, very dope track. I do love this record. You guys got to remember, King T was pretty much part of the whole Sin IDs train at that time because Sinitis was like that Moloch at that time and shit like that. Almost every rapper did a Sinitis commercial and stuff like that. One of my favorites was Nate Dogg and stuff. Nate Dogg had definitely one of my favorite ones. Rest in peace to Nate Dogg. And so, yeah, man, they're just talking about pretty much Sinitis and shit like that too. I mean, it's pretty much just like promotional and stuff like that too. It only ran for about a minute and some change. I do fuck with this song. Like I said, it's not touch and play like a piano from the second album, but I do wish this one was a bit more longer and stuff. Track number 8 we got the Fat Joint featuring Neferati and Mad Cat. Um, yeah, this one right here, self-explanatory. It's pretty much them talking about passing the mic like a joint and stuff like that to like a cipher kind of song. We've all heard tracks like this before and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really too big on the idea and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like KRS One did it the best when he did that song "I Can't Wake Up." I'm a Blunt from the Return of the Boom Bap album, which I feel like that's one of my favorite Blastmaster albums, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Next track is called "Where's the Where's the Hoe At? Where's the Hoe At?" You know what I'm saying? Self-explanatory and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just another one of those skits, which leads into track number 10, "Ho Before the Homie," featuring Deadly Threat and Ice Cube. So this one is a very interesting track. You know what I'm saying? So King T pretty much is talking about how he had this one cat that he was just getting married. He just got married. He wanted to be with this lady and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, man. I mean, this song pretty much is talking about how just leave them skeezers alone and shit like that. It's pretty much homie over hoes. That Boondocks and homie over hoes, but before homie over hoes existed, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? This one's pretty dope. I do like the beat for this one. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like it ran a bit too long for my taste and shit, but yeah, this one was pretty good. Even though there was some lines that I was kind of like, okay, he does come off more like a jealous friend than actually a dude getting at him and shit. You know what I'm saying? So give me one second. Let me get me some water. Sorry about that. Throat got dry. But yeah, this one was pretty straight. Track number 11, "Blow My Socks Off." Um, definitely another one of my favorites and shit like that when it came to this album. This one is pretty much just letting these women know, this dedicated to women with the DSLs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely dedicated to women who pretty much freaks and shit. So I definitely fuck with this track, fuck with this song. Um, Next song we got is Triflin Nigga. Yeah, man. Probably my favorite track off this album, if you ask me. Again, DJ Aladdin, SL, EJ, The Rough Edge. They did their thing on this one and stuff like that when it came to this beat. You know, um, Pretty much just talking about how this cat got caught up in that street life, and he's trying to leave the game. and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? But when them streets call you, them streets. Very, very, very dope track. This is a King T that I definitely fuck with and stuff like that too. The gangster King T. When he does the party tracks, it's kind of hit or miss for me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of prefer like the latter King T, like Triflin album, For Life, um, and Kingdom Come. I prefer those albums. The first two albums was cool, but those albums right there, man, he was just in his game. He was just in his bag with this one and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So he had this one line where he says, "Back in the day, I used to stand on the block with my box, watching my boy run up the cars and sell rocks. He was young and bold, a lot of money and gold, kept the gat on hold in case suckers try to roll. A car stops, he talks, yelling, 'Here comes the cops.' He's only 16, but he's braver than his pops. His mother and father smoke crack like I dream brew. Survival's on his mind, but he serves them too." Like that is a real ass fucking line right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit right there is definitely one of my favorite King T songs he's ever came out with. Track number 14, Black Together Again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, you get into more like darker territory with this shit. He's talking about, police brutality and everything. And he's also getting at the government for not really doing a lot to like prohibit a lot of these laws and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Something that's still pretty much going on today in America with 3Ks and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So track number 15 we guys called Bust That Ass. Um yeah, this track right here was very dope as well too. You know what I'm saying? He's joined by like the alcoholics again and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this one's really not as good as I Got a Bad Job, but I do fuck with it too. And the last track, track number 16, The Great. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, DJ Pooh pretty much can't comes back with this record and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this one was pretty straight. Overall, this album is actually a very, very, very dope album. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying? It's one of my favorite albums he's ever came out with. You know, subject matter wise, it's still pretty much on the same wavelength as the previous album, but he's getting more into like that gangster territory and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as production goes, the production went for like a more like attempting like fling with like the G funk and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of disappointed there's not a lot of DJ Pool production on this album compared to the first two. But at the same time, I like the fact that King T wanted to definitely use different producers, like Alcoholics. You know what I'm saying? DJ Aladdin. Yeah, I'm about to lay down after that. I'm tired and shit. Yeah. So DJ Aladdin and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely give this album a 4 out of 5. If you ask me, I definitely feel like it's a very solid album. This album's actually out of print, if I'm not mistaken, but if you can find it, must have in your collection. And thank y'all so much for watching this video. Like I said to y'all before, I know I kept pushing this album back and back and back, but yeah, I'm gonna get back to doing the more live reviews and stuff like that. It's not gonna be all my reviews live, but it's just like, yeah, because I just gotta get back to doing that shits and shit. Like I said, I've been so busy these past couple of weeks. It's not even been funny, but yeah. So hopefully y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all niggas later. Peace.